What going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. I am back, ready to go, ready for Club 4040 in New York. Hey, yo, the Denver Nuggets are back on the winning side of things. And boy, oh boy, it has been a long time coming. Michael Porter Jr. with a great game. Jamal Murray with a great game. Nikola Jokic with a great game. Bruce Brown, KCP, Christian Brown, Zeke Naji is back. The whole host, everybody was ready to go. The Denver Nuggets got all the way up to a 20-point lead, and they were able to close the game out 108-102 versus the Brooklyn Nets. And I don't care what nobody say. The question that I have for everybody listening, are the Denver Nuggets back? We're going to have to talk about that, y'all. Y'all, what's going on? Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. We are on the way to 10,000 subscribers. We are getting there closer and closer each day. Y'all, the Denver Nuggets got another road victory. They get back up to 500 on the road this season. Now, granted, that doesn't sound great at first glance, but when you hear the rest of the Western Conference, outside of the Sacramento Kings, nobody has performed up to expectation on the road. And the Denver Nuggets are the best home team in the NBA. So they have gotten an opportunity to play against the New York Knicks yesterday, play against the Brooklyn Nets today, and they secured to win. And they should have won yesterday. They were up 13 versus the Knicks yesterday. They were up 20 today versus the Brooklyn Nets. And yet they only come away with one win. So the good news is their defense showed up better today than it has in recent days. I'm telling you right now, I said this on Twitter. This is the first time that I've seen the Denver Nuggets play a game since March 3rd. Well, what do you mean by that? Well, March 3rd was the last time they played against an elite competition and showed up and met that performance. Now, again, depending on how you feel about the Memphis Grizzlies, I get it, all the other stuff, the jokes are funny. But they were number 2 in the Western Conference. The Denver Nuggets had a chance to shut the door on obtaining the number 1 seed, and they beat them double digits again and held them to under 100 points again. The Denver Nuggets beat them, and then for the next 2 weeks, they have been terrible. They barely beat the Raptors, and then they barely beat the Detroit Pistons. I mean, really, just look at the game. It was really ugly. And they were 2-5, basically, in their last 7 games. That's not good enough. They lost 4 games. They lose to the Knicks, and then they only beat the Pistons and the Raptors. Things weren't looking pretty, but they had an opportunity today to get back up on the proper leg and get a win, and boy, did they do that. Now, the interesting thing is you could figure that the Denver Nuggets were going to be a little perturbed with how the last game ended with the New York Knicks. The fourth-quarter execution wasn't great. The players weren't performing up to expectation. There are a lot of things that they simply did not do well in that game. But today they had an opportunity to close and get it done. And now the Denver Nuggets are sitting at 48-24 on the season. They finished with 48 wins last year. The Nuggets have 10 more games remaining. 10 more games remaining to get right, to set an expectation for yourselves and for the rest of the season, and let the NBA know that even though we had this small little blip in the schedule, you better believe that we on the way up and up. They're 48-24. The next closest is 43-27. The Nuggets have a 4-game lead, and they're playing the Kings to close the year. So, again, they're still in very good position, even though it's not as good as it once was because of some of the decision-making and because of the way they were playing basketball down the stretch. But tonight, the Denver Nuggets did what they were supposed to do, and that's the most important thing. Tonight, the Denver Nuggets lived up to expectation. Tonight, the Denver Nuggets played well. Tonight, they took care of business from start to finish. They jumped on the Nets early, and then they finished the game. That's the most important thing. And several players stepped up today. And we can go ahead and start with the man of the hour, Jamal Murray. Back-to-back, really good performances in New York from Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray tonight had 25 points. He had 8 assists, 1 rebound. He was 4 of 4 from the three-point line. He was 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had a 61.5% true shooting, and he was a +8 tonight. Now, granted, Jamal had 20 points in the first quarter. So when you take a look at it that way, he didn't perform up to expectation for the rest of the game. But the difference is that Jamal wasn't needed in that second half because Michael Porter Jr. was there, because Nikola Jokic was there. Jokic, I believe, had 12 points and 9 rebounds in the third quarter by himself. I believe it was 12 points and 9 rebounds in that quarter alone. So with Michael Porter Jr. scoring, with Nikola Jokic scoring, he didn't need to do much of anything else. But this is back-to-back really good games from Jamal. Jamal seems like he's getting more in his rhythm. In last game versus the New York Knicks, Jamal ended it with 25 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists, and 5 of 7 from 3. And then now he's 4 of 4 from 3. That's really good. That's 9 of 11 from the three-point line in the last 2 games. He's averaging 25 points in those games as well, with 7 assists to go with it. So even though you didn't get a great second half from Jamal Murray, it was still a really good game. And it gives you hope that Jamal is starting to get more and more confident as the season goes along and we get into the playoffs. He should be ready to go. So really big shout out to Jamal tonight. He was critical for everything that the Denver Nuggets did, for real. Next up, I want to go to Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. tonight, man, was an animal. Michael Porter Jr. tonight had 28 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. He was 5 of 9 from the three-point line for 56% from the field, 5 of 9 from 2 for 56% from the field, 72.5% true shooting, and he was a plus 11 today. Michael Porter Jr. is like that. Michael Porter Jr. had a return to sender and slam over Nick Claxton and Nikola Jokic. He absolutely bodied an offensive rebound, jumped over Jokic, and dunked it home. And he drove to Nick Claxton, got right into his chest against Nick Claxton, and he ended up getting 2 free throws out of it as well. Like Porter, man, he has been so freaking good lately. So freaking good. Michael Porter Jr. is looking like the best version of himself because he's playing under control, he's making good decisions, and he's playing very hard on both ends of the basketball. He's playing very hard on both ends of the basketball. So even though Porter has really played well all year, I would definitely say that this stretch from him, this stretch in particular, has been one of my favorite over the course of the season. Absolutely been one of my favorite over the course of the season. Because Porter has been attacking the rim. He's been hitting his threes. He's been playing really good basketball. And again, this is with Porter having to deal with being benched by Michael Malone at the end of the game versus which one? That was versus the Brooklyn Nets in the fourth quarter when he was playing extremely well. So, I mean, huge shout out to Michael Porter Jr. because he's really taking care of business. Michael Porter Jr. last 10 games. Let me see something real quick. Last 10 games, he's averaging 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists, shooting 55% from the field, 45% from 3, and 86% from the line, plus 53. And this is even while they've been losing. This is while they've been losing these games as well. Remember, he got kicked out versus San Antonio. Didn't play the rest of the Brooklyn game. The game versus Detroit was just a winner. And then he had the game yesterday when he only got 10 shots yesterday. So when he gets a good amount of shots, man, he's been really efficient. So, and I want to say, Porter's just been playing well in the last half of the season all the way around. Yeah, 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist, shooting 51, 42, 87. This is who Porter is, man. I do believe in my heart of hearts that at some point in time in Michael Porter Jr.'s career, that he is going to be a 50, 40, 90 player. Absolutely. I think that Michael Porter Jr. has everything in him and all the tools in him to be a 50, 40, 90 player. He just needs to continue to play. Y'all got to remember, Porter is 24 years old. He's 24 years old. He's a pup. Literally, he's 2 to 3 years out of his prime. Jokic is in his prime, just turned 28 in February. Murray getting ready to get into his prime. He just turned 26 in February. Gordon is in his prime right now. He's 27. Like, Porter is the youngest of the foursome, and his ceiling is unbelievably high. It's just about, Lord willing, staying healthy, locking in, and doing what he needs to do. And he's done that. Everything you can ask of Porter, he's done it. Porter was cutting to the rim very well today. He was playing off of Jokic. He was in his corner. He was attacking the basket. He was playing defense on rotations. Like, Porter did a lot of really good things today, man. So shout out to Michael Porter Jr. A really excellent game from him. Nikola Jokic tonight, the MVP of the NBA, who I believe will win his third straight MVP. Nikola Jokic tonight had 22 points, 17 rebounds, 10 assists with 2 steals, 9 of 12 from 2 for 75% from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line for 100%, a 79.9% true shooting. He was a plus 13 tonight with his 28th triple-double. His 28th triple-double on the season. And this year, when Jokic plays, they are 45-19, which puts them on pace to win 70% of their games. 45-19 record for Joker this year with a really bad stretch in the last 6 games. So great game from him. He was really dominant on the boards, especially in that third quarter. His passing was elite. His shot making was elite. He had multiple floaters today over Nick Claxton. Really, really just powerful, man. Like, really, really powerful. And here's the thing. I think that Jokic is, really, again, let's even look at Jokic. Matter of fact, I know some people are even confused about Jokic. Nikola Jokic, since the Raptors game, so what would that be? So his last 7 games, he's averaging 28 points a game, 13 rebounds a game, and 9 assists a game. He's shooting 64% from the field, 35 from 3, and 78 from the line. So, again, really good numbers from Jokic. Really good numbers from Jokic. Now season, Jokic is averaging 24.7, 11.9, 9.9. I think he needs like 14 assists to get back up to a triple-double with a 70% true shooting. But again, he's had his season bar none. I think he's had the best season in the NBA this year. His 3-point percentage dropped because of the last game when he shot 1 of 5. So we're back down to 39%, but he might be able to creep back up into 40 again. But it's been an outstanding year, and it's been an outstanding run from Jokic as of late. So really, really good game from Jokic today. All around, the big three was incredible. They all performed up to expectation today. They played really hard. I think they also wanted to send a message, but not to the NBA. I think send a message to themselves that we still know how to play basketball. Like, we're still one of the 3 best teams in the NBA. We're still elite. We still have one of the best starting 5s, if not the best starting 5 in the NBA. But they're in a really good position. They're in a very good position. So I'm really encouraged by their play today. The big three was locked in across the board. Murray had 37 minutes. Jokic had 36 minutes. Porter had 31 minutes. Aaron Gordon Knight had 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists on 4 of 9 from the field and 0 of 3 from 3. Hasn't been shooting the 3 good at all since the All-Star break. With 1 block, crazy block too. He was a +9, and he played 30 minutes. And KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, 34 minutes. He had 8 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists on 3 of 7 shooting and 2 of 4 from 3. With 1 steal, and he was a +7. So the starters were +8, +13, +7, +11, and +9. Took care of business. The bench unit, Bruce Brown, thought he played really good defense today. Bruce Brown, 25 minutes, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3. And he was a -1 tonight, but he played really good game. I think the bench unit for me, because we're going to talk about Zeke Naji and Christian Brown here in a minute. The playoff bench unit for me would be Bruce Brown, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Christian Brown, Vlatko Cancar, or Jeff Green with Zeke Naji, and then Thomas Bryant with the rotation. I think that would be the most viable option because defensively, you just want them to be able to switch everything, and you want them to be able to play very fast and have all their athletes on the court. So if you got Bruce Brown, you got KCP, you got Christian Brown, you got Zeke, and you got Blanco or Jeff, you're running and you're dunking. Every single one of them can get to the rim. Every single one of them can slam the ball in somebody's face. They can get to a mid-range shot. They can hit their threes every so often. But they can attack on both ends. And I want to make sure that if Jokic is out the game and Murray and Porter are out the game, I want to make sure we're locking in, locking up, and that we're running. Locking in, locking up, and running. That should be the identity. Locking in, doing everything you're supposed to do, locking up, high-level defense, and running. Go kill them in transition. Should be the MO of the bench. And then also tonight, Jeff Green, 18 minutes, only had 3 rebounds and 1 assist, 1 and 6 from the field. Just a crazy missed layup. 1 and 2 from 3, though, really big shot. He would have -3 tonight. Zeke Naji, first game back. Welcome back, Zeke Naji. 12 minutes, 4 points and 5 rebounds. You love that. With 1 assist, 2 of 2 from the field with 1 block. He was a -7. But again, man, he gives you so much defensive versatility. The fact that you can switch him with today, Seth Curry, Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, Joe Harris, every single one of those players, Mikal Bridges, Cam Thomas, they all present their own unique threat on the perimeter, and he was able to play at a very high level. So really, really good minutes from Zeke. I think he's going to be a really big piece come playoff time. I do. Because they're going to need him for so many reasons. Christian Brown had 11 minutes tonight, had 2 assists, didn't shoot the ball. It was a -2 with a steal and with a block, though. So really, really good defense. He had another block today on the right side of the court where somebody tried to drive on him, and he stuffed it back home again, bro. Like, he just is such a good defender, man. He has all the tools. The Nuggets shot 53% from the field on 42 of 80, 52% from 3 on 12 of 23, and 92% from the line on 12 of 13. The Nets shot 46% from the field on 38 of 82. They shot 12 of 35 from 3 on 34%, and they shot 14 of 16 from the free throw line for 88%. Nuggets lost the turnover battle 16-11. The Nuggets won the assist battle 31-26. The Nuggets won the rebounding battle 20-33, but they lost the offensive rebounding battle 6-9. The Nuggets had 3 blocks to the Nets 4, 5 steals to the Nets 10, and 17 personal fouls to the Nets 16. So, again, good game. You got to win. You got to win. Most important, for sure. Glow says people are going to be mad when the straw poll comes out. Is there another straw poll coming out before the MVP is actually decided? I'm not sure. There could be for sure. But look, y'all, this MVP stuff, I think it's going to come down to the weekend where Jokic takes on Giannis and then he takes on Embiid. I think that's what the conversation is going to come down to. So the Denver Nuggets, their next game versus the Washington Wizards, that game is going to be on Wednesday. So they're going to have the next 2 days off. And then they play no games until Saturday. So then the Nuggets basically are going to have, during this week, well, let's count Monday to Sunday. So from Monday to Sunday, the Denver Nuggets are off Monday and Tuesday. They're off Thursday and Friday, and they're off Sunday. So they have 5 days of rest. 5 days of rest this next week. And they have, in between the Wednesday and Saturday game, they got 2 days of rest. And then they have a day of rest between them and the Sixers. So they have 1 more road game, and then they have 3 straight home games, and then another away game, and then a home game. So the Denver Nuggets are onto something. They're absolutely onto something, man. So shout out to the big 3. Shout out to the way everybody played. I thought Michael Malone, his rotations are getting better again. He's he's made some good decisions as of late in his rotations. I think bringing Zeke Naji back and then keeping Thomas Bryant on the bench was really smart versus this net team because you just want to switch everything and play high-quality defense, and they were able to accomplish that at a high level today. So, again, I get it that the Nuggets are trying to fully get their groove back. They're trying to get comfortable playing together and stuff again. They're obviously trying to patch some things together, figure some things out. But I do believe that the Denver Nuggets are on their way to capturing that momentum again, y'all. So, y'all, I know it's been a little troubled waters, But I do believe that the Denver Nuggets are on the way, y'all. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Let the people know where you love getting your favorite Denver Nuggets and Denver Broncos content. Another episode of Mile High Sports is also on the way, Swiper Gang. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, keep it real. I will see y'all on the other side. We out.